I kind of want to talk about, well, previously I had an interview with my friend Antonio Allen, um, and it was called Genesys Discrimination Case Part 1. We're coming up with a Part 2, and there has been a lot of things that has happened, um, and we're going to go in detail, and we're going to tell it like it is. Um, and for those of you that don't know, Genesis is located at 4307 Imperial Boulevard in Durham, North Carolina. Uh, this is a billion-dollar company. Billion-dollar company. My girlfriend was there. She worked hard. She had good marks, and there were some things that were said and should, something an employee should never hear. Um, and they didn't take it seriously at all. They didn't do what they needed to do. And so, like I said, it's a billion-dollar company, and they just think that, hey, this is over, but it's not. It's not. And it's not about the money. It's about the principle of it. Okay. But no, I don't want to say too much. But it is not over. It is not over. We are just getting warmed up. And I think the big issue is, as far as today, is that we live in such a individualistic type society where we say, "Oh, well, that's not my problem. Nothing has happened to me." But the thing is, it may not happen to you. It can happen to your daughter. Hold on, I got another response. Um, it can happen to your daughter, your son when they go out into the job market. And everybody wants to be treated fairly, equally, with respect. And like, I'm not the one that will always use the race card. And people, thank you, Miss P. Miss P says she's looking forward to hearing more. Me too. Um, I'm not the type of person that will always bring up the race card. Everybody says that we're racist and everybody's turned off. But what happened to my friend was uncalled for. It was just uncalled for. And this is not he said, she said stuff. This is stuff that's documented, right? Uh, an actual case. Actual case. And I don't care where you come from, what walk of life you come from, the things that happen, you wouldn't want to happen to you. And so, um, even though, this is my channel, if it happens to my sister, happens to my friend, it's happening to me. And I think, we are all interconnected. Miss P, what do you think about what I just said? So yes, this is Genesis. Okay, located in Durham, North Carolina. Yep, yep. I'm waiting for her to type back. Yeah, yeah. And the thing is it's not a case where someone just came in and they weren't doing their job. She was good at her job, you know, high marks. She came in, did a great job, made a lot of money for the company, and because all these different things happened that which were out of her control that other people did, and how HR and administration did not handle it well. I mean, it was just, it's horrible. Horrible, horrible, horrible. Miss P, you still there? So yeah, we're definitely going to dig in a little bit more. Um, yeah, we're gonna dig in a little bit more. We're just getting started, and Miss P said, "So true. We are interconnected. The sad part is that people want to focus on being disconnected. Right, right. So yeah, we're all interconnected. Okay, regardless of what your station in life is, older, young, male, female, and transgender, whatever your station is, right? Always try to be fair to others. And I know this sounds so rudimentary, elementary, but it's the truth because what you do to people, they can do to you. And the thing is, we're going to let the world know how Genesys, located in Durham, North Carolina, treats their employees. We're going to let the world know. Thank you for that comment, Miss P. That was really good. Um, that is so true. That is so true. Miss P, do you have any more comments? I want to wrap this up, but I just want to let y'all know. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, Genesis, take note. Now we didn't win the battle, but the war is not over. We're gonna let the world know how you treat your employees, and we're just getting started. And we're more determined than ever. I mean, we have the paperwork, we have the facts, we have the court case. Um, Joy Reid, MSNBC, we ready. Let us know. We are ready. Miss P said something else. What said what happened to your friend is inexcusable in this day and age, and we all have the responsibility to be fair to each other. That's right. That's right. And so we are going to have a part 2 coming out. We're going to submit the documents from the court case. Um, Everyone has to be held accountable for their actions. That's right, Miss P. That's right. So we're gonna let folks read the documents, the court case, and you can Google this for yourself. Um, and we're gonna go line by line. We don't want this to happen to anyone else. We don't want this to happen to anyone else. All right. And like I said, we just getting started. But the show must go on. All right, guys. Take care of yourselves and love on your fathers if they're still around, or your family members, or uncles, cousins, whoever it is that help you, that really help you out with your kids or any other family members. Fathering, it's a big deal. It's a big deal. All right, if there's not anything else, all right, I'll see you soon. Okay, take care. Bye.